Kindness is weakness. Aggression is strength. By the men. If you were a part of a scouting party that went out into the forest or the bush or the woods or whatever language you use, and you went out and you were checking the boundaries of your tribal or village communities area to see if there are any marauders there, and if there's any chance they might be vicious to you, then be kindness, so there might be weakness, not strength. Get your fucking weapon out and just kill them on the spot. Oh, wait, hang on a second. That's not what traditional hospitality laws are. Here's what traditional hospitality laws actually are. Okay? Go to your boundary tree, or to your boundary fence, or to your boundary fucking oversized retaining wall. Knock on the door, knock on the tree, clap sticks together, whatever, spears, boomerangs, drums, whatever you got to get their attention. Say hello. This is so and so from over the hill. Put some people come to have a yarn with you. You okay with that? And then they walk up to you and they say, "Oh, really? You're from those guys over the hill, are you? Oh yeah, we recognise something. You know, yeah. Did your uncle come over? Or your grandfather or something come over?" Or your auntie or something come over like a couple of years ago. Yeah, oh, you're those guys, yeah. All right, what's the news? And then they take them, they sit them down by the kitchen, basically. You'll have noticed that in some it's a fairly standard cultural practice that when you have a guest, you take them to the communal meeting space, and you provide them with a beverage. Of some description, and usually it's the spot where people keep warm, or cool, depending on what kind of climate they're in, and then you say, "Oh, how you been? Where you from? Okay, do you know so and so? What's the news? What would you like? This is what we've got available. Okay, yeah, okay. You've had a long journey. Have a drink. Wait, that with kindness? They don't automatically stab them or shoot them or, throw them off a cliff or something. That would quite us. No, so that's how they go into the house, okay? Right? Okay, and then they start fucking throwing the fucking furniture about, and they, start, rubbing feces all over the walls, and they start telling lies, and they fucking carry on, and they fucking, stuff like that. Okay? Get the fuck out of my house. Okay. What if they try to abduct one of the women from your house, and then they take them back over the hill again and do unspeakable things to them or allege that they have? You might send a war party. If you don't go there, you might call the police or the army or whatever. Sounds like it's fairly standard practice, doesn't it? Sounds like it's relatable to every culture, and it's just societies of scale that vary. So, what's with the male sense of entitlement to act like marauders? Why do they think projecting, manipulating, distorting, and lying about someone else's story is anything other than militaristic war behaviour? Why do they think things like that for? Why did they think that rape isn't war? there is a very strong relationship between rape and war. There's a very strong relationship between having a military background and being a rapist. Sorry, there is. You'll probably find amongst people with military backgrounds in every country, this one's not personal, there is a stronger correlation between that and being a rapist or a Satanist or both. And of course, a Satanist might be an example of the shepherd to the Christian sheep as well. That's how they might actually. A Satanist might be that, or might not be, depending on which schism. But in terms of their militaristic beliefs, yes, there seems to be that going on. Why is there a strong relationship between drug abuse, whiteness, the military, and rape culture? Why? Why are so many soldiers in the USA behind the terrorist attacks that they experience, such as the Cybertruck on the Trump Tower? Why? Why so often when they have mass shootings that are reported, they're men who are in the US military? But wait a minute, don't you have to be indoctrinated by Al-Qaeda? Well, technically Al-Qaeda is a military group, yes. They're a militia group, yes. So we can see how you might think that. But in those cases, they were in fact US citizens and veterans. Okay? Okay? Was that man also a rapist? Was the man who crossed from Texas into Las Vegas and bombed the Trump Tower and with a Cybertruck by bombing a Cybertruck at the start of the year? Okay, start of this year. He was also a US military veteran. Was he also a rapist? Had he committed domestic violence on a woman before, or a man if he was gay? Had he also committed rape? Donald Trump's a strange one. He tries to claim that the military are losers. Okay? What's he really saying there? He's a better rapist than they are. He's not some lackey for the military. He's the commander-in-chief of the military. He's the biggest rapist of them all. Oh, precious. Oh, precious. The woman to kiss you better? She's not going to.